Okay, you ready?
I suppose.
Take a big old deep breath. Just feet on the floor and your butt in the chair.
All right.
Okay.
My name is Anna, and I was born and raised in Helena. I loved growing up here. You know, I'm surrounded by all my family. Pretty much all my family lives here, except for a little bit on my mom's side. But, you know, me and my brother, you know, grew up doing normal Montana things. You know, going to the lake and yeah. I enjoyed elementary school. Once I got to middle school, I really struggled. Um, not the academic part of it, but I think everybody struggles in middle school, but I just didn't want to be there. I didn't feel like I belonged there. And then once I got to high school, I dropped out. My parents divorced when I was about 2 years old, so I spent most of my childhood going back and forth between my mom and my dad. Our family business is a bar here in town, and it's been in our family for 4 generations, so I actually kind of grew up there in that lifestyle. I was always, you know, told it was going to be passed down to me. So that was my ambition, was to, you know, be a business owner and then, you know, see how far I could take that. My expectations of the future changed when I couldn't control the drugs anymore. That's like a switch happens and all of a sudden it's not fun anymore and you're out of control and you're not even thinking about your dreams anymore. You're just trying to survive. And I started to struggle more with drugs and then getting in trouble with the law. Then I knew I wasn't going to be able to handle it or to be able to do it because I couldn't even control my own life. I started experimenting with drugs and alcohol in about 7th grade. I think I was probably about 13. I think it was a way for me to feel like I fit in. I always kind of hung out with older kids. And then I had a little break where I kind of got my stuff together. I got my GED and stopped using the harder drugs. And then that is when I got pregnant with my son. A few years after that. When my son was about a year old, and me and his dad had broken up, and I got really heavy into using drugs. And my son got taken away from me, and I went to jail, and that was definitely the hardest point in my life. I believe substances completely changed the way I felt about myself. They made me feel better. They made me kind of forget about reality and the reality of my situation and the reality of the hole that I had dug myself in. My addiction pushed me to do things that I obviously never thought I would. Stealing from people that I love, doing things to get money that, you know, are horrible, that hurt other people. And I feel like that completely goes against my core values. So it's really hard to come back out of that because the shame is so intense.
What was the best part of your life and why?
The best part of my life was having my son. I finally felt like that I knew that that was like my purpose, like everything kind of clicked. I was like, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. So. What brought me to the Y was my probation officer. Um, Originally, I would go to my mom's every time I would go to jail and then get out, or go to treatment and get out. And I always ended up relapsing when I would go straight home. So my probation officer suggested I try and get into the Y. I started to feel my life changing probably after probably around the first year. I feel like the first year was very hard, but you start to get more confident in yourself when you have little victories, like getting your driver's license or paying off your fines or getting a job, any of those things. So once I started to get small victories, I started to feel more confident. I did have a point where I felt like I could leave, or maybe I should leave, because I did have a short relapse within a few months of being at the Y. But I was honest, and they welcomed me to stay, so I didn't want to give up. Jayden is very proud of me. He tells everybody, you know, my mom's been sober for this long, or and I think he really enjoys me being present, not just physically present, but, you know, emotionally present. So we spend a lot of time together. He's my world.
I remember that picture.
You were pretty little in that picture, just a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, what about this one? That was in the sink.
Oh yeah, that's when I was doing archery.
Yeah, that's when you were still taking archery lessons.
Oh yeah. Hello, my name is Jayden and I am 12. My favorite subject in school is science. I have a really good science teacher and I just think it's amazing how a lot of like chemistry and all that stuff works. I mean, not to brag, but I got a 4.0 GPA.
Definitely brag about that.
When I first got to the YWCA, I was 8 years old. And I didn't really know why me and my mom were here. We just kind of thought it was like a little wild thing, but I was not really worried about anything. But, I mean, I was kind of nervous because I didn't really know anybody, but for 4 years it's been really good. I see my mom a lot different. She's very more vibrant, happy. We always hang out, we do a bunch of games together, we like explore.
Awesome. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
We go to all like the new like restaurants and new places around town. Just have a lot of fun. I'm most proud for my mom that she has gone through a lot of hardships and went through it all for 4 years.
I definitely feel like I am ready to live on my own. I've been at the Y for 4 years, so I am definitely ready. It just has been a struggle trying to find somewhere to live that I can afford. My first day living on my own with Jayden, I can't wait to like decorate my own place, and cook a meal in my own place, and just all the firsts that you would do. The YWCA has literally given me my life back. They've given me space to grow and put my life back together, and I'm so thankful for them. It's such a unique program, and it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. And I've been to a lot of treatment centers, so. A piece of knowledge that I would share with someone trying to get sober is that it gets better. The first year is very hard, but the longer you stay on track, the more confident you get and the better it gets.
I'd like to say thanks to the donors for making this place super, like, the Y super fun, and just, I'm really thankful for them. So, like, I could live here and do all this fun stuff that we do, like the Christmases, special parties, and all, like, the really fun stuff that bring all of us together.